Welcome to Humanities Montana's Shelter in Poetry series. Today, Montana's current poet laureate, Mandy Smoker Broaddus, shares a selection of her poems and a Joy Harjo poem that she finds inspiring.
As we all find ourselves spending time at home, hopefully with loved ones, I think there's also an important force that we can all connect to, um, and that is to remember. Memory is very precious. So take time to remember and reflect and connect back with the places that you've been, um, that are important to you and significant. It might be a hike or a walk at a certain spot that's important to you. Remember the people you know, the people you love, the people that you cherish, and probably occasionally the people that you miss right now. And something I always try to remind myself of, um, again, because memory is so precious, to remember with a sense of gratitude. Um, and right now, remember remember movement, the ability to go outside of your house, and to travel from place to place, or to just sit quietly in a park or next to a friend at dinner. Remember relationships too, and how um, important and valuable they are. Remember connections, again, to people, to places. I think remember with gratitude, affection, as we spend, more and more time alone. And also, I think something that's always been an important value to me in my culture and in my family is to remember community. Remember the connections that we have, um, what makes us, bind together, not just by city or location, but across groups and really across the world. I wanted to share a poem of mine, that is also a remembrance of a place, that I've visited and worked in often. Um, it's a memory poem that connects to landscape and place, um, but also to how we connect, and find meaning, and possibly even a part of ourselves, in places. This is called Heart Butte, Montana. The unsympathetic wind, how she has evaded me for years now, leaving a guileless shell and no way to navigate. Once, when I stood on a plateau of earth, just at the moment before the dangerous jutting peaks converged upon the lilting sway of grasslands, I almost found a way back. There, the sky, quite possibly all the elements, caused the rock and soil and vegetation to congregate. Their prayer was not new, and so faint I could hardly discern. Simple remembrances, like a tiny syncopated chorus calling everyone home across 1,000 eastward miles, and what little wind was left at my back. But I could not move, and then the music was gone. All that was left were the springtime faces of mountains gazing down, their last patches of snow luminous. I dreamed of becoming snowmelt, gliding down the slope and into the valley, with the promise and assurance that there is always a way to become bird, tree, water again. The other poem that I've chosen to read, um, is by our current U.S. Poet Laureate, Joy Harjo, Muskogee Creek from Oklahoma. Also, obviously incredibly proud to have a Native woman as our Poet Laureate. And Melissa Kwasny and I had the good fortune to meet her and spend time with her. But I've chosen this poem, and you can actually find it many places online, but also on poets.org. I'd read it before. Well, no, I came across, this is a new poem. I came across this last week or this week, and I was just moved by it. And I think in times of uncertainty and question, this poem to me was like a guidepost. It felt like I was getting very, very clear direction on how I might, um, you know, elevate my spirit, my thinking, my heart, and find a path forward with pretty direct guidance from Joy Harjo. So this is called "For Calling the Spirit Back from Wandering the Earth in Its Human Feet." Put down that bag of potato chips, that white bread, that bottle of pop. Turn off that cell phone, computer, and remote control. Open the door, then close it behind you. Take a breath offered by friendly winds. They travel the earth, gathering essences of plants to clean. Give it back with gratitude. If you sing, it will give your spirit If you sing, it will give your spirit lift to fly to the stars, ears, and back. Acknowledge this earth who has cared for you since you were a dream planting itself precisely within your parents' desire. Let your moccasin feet take you to the encampment of the guardians who have known you before time, who will be there after time. They sit before the fire that has been there without time. Let the earth stabilize your post-colonial insecure jitters. Be respectful of the small insects, birds, and animal people who accompany you. Ask their forgiveness for the harm we humans have brought down upon them. Don't worry. The heart knows the way through. There may be high rises, interstates, checkpoints, armed soldiers, massacres, wars, and those who will despise you because they despise themselves. The journey might take you a few hours, a day, a year, a few years, 100, 1,000, or even more. Watch your mind. Without training, it might run away and leave your heart for the immense human feet set by the thieves of time. Do not hold regrets. When you find your way to the circle, to the fire kept burning by the keepers of your soul, you will be welcomed. You must clean yourself with cedar, sage, or other healing plants. Cut the ties you have to failure and shame. Let go the pain you are holding in your mind, your shoulders, your heart, all the way to your feet. Let go the pain of your ancestors to make way for those who are heading in our direction. Ask for forgiveness. Call upon the help of those who love you. These helpers take many forms: animal, element, bird, angel, saint, stone, or ancestor. Call your spirit back. It may be caught in corners and creases of shame, judgment, and human abuse. You must call in a way that your spirit will want to return. Speak to it as if you would to a beloved child. Welcome your spirit back from its wandering. It may return in pieces, in tatters. Gather them together. They will be happy to be found after being lost for so long. Your spirit will need to sleep a while after it is bathed and given clean clothes. Now you can have a party. Invite everyone you know who loves and supports you. Keep room for those who have no place else to go. Make a giveaway. And remember, keep the speeches short. Then you must do this: help the next person find their way through the dark.